You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Good day and welcome to the Mushie Moment for Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. Time is just flying by. It's almost springtime. It's almost springtime. I think the last of winter hit last night here in BC.
Yeah, we got a bit of a snowstorm here a couple of nights ago after all the ice, and but we've got a beautiful week here this week. We hit 10 degrees yesterday by noon. And we are on the way to do the same thing today.
Well, somebody is incredibly comfortable and enjoying the day.
Sound asleep on your lap. What an adorable little
one day I'll be a little puppy dog sitting on somebody's lap.
Someday. In one of the next lives.
Oh, how you been? What you been doing?
Good. Oh, let me see. I have been creating a ceremony room, getting insurance, doing all those wonderful things I need to do to launch my business. And I just finished the first level of a 5-MEO specialized integration course.
Look at you going. I thought you were going to be selling Tupperware.
I did that once a long time ago. It was makeup, not Tupperware, but, same idea.
Do they even still make Tupperware? Is it even still around?
Yes. Oh. Yes, they do.
Wow.
Yeah, a friend of mine actually still sells Tupperware.
Well, time for a party. Tupperware parties?
They do it all online now.
Oh, well, that's no fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So today we have a repeat guest. This is a lady that, she was one of my teachers, one of my mentors, turned into one of my friends, and I hope to be doing some collaboration work with her in the future. I don't even know how long ago, she got this calling that told her to sell everything and move, and she did. And she's been doing incredible things, and taking risks. And I thought it would be fun to invite her back on and talk about all of these beautiful new things in her life.
And I think that's a great idea. She's so dynamic and so expressive and so loving. She's always a joy to have on the show.
She is. So without further ado, what's that?
Should we bring her out or just leave her in there for a while?
Oh, we can leave her in the back for a while. Talk about her for a minute. No, I'm kidding. And, we can bring her out, and you guys would probably all remember her from before, but I'd like to introduce Judy Machado of Goddess Temple Cacao.
Who also did a live cacao ceremony on here with us. Woo!
Yeah. Wow, it is so good to be back with both of you, Cindy and Steve. Love you guys so much. Thank you for inviting me to be back. I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so much has changed since the last time you were here. So much has happened. So much. And I guess, where it all started was really the big shift in my life with really connecting within. And that started with plant medicines. That started mostly with cacao, our beautiful cacao spirit, the cacao master plant medicine.
she started to really call to me. I started to hear these messages, cacao, main ingredient to make chocolate, is a master plant medicine. I was like, what are you talking about? Chocolate? How is this, what exactly is this? I need to learn more. And it was such a strong calling. And immediately after that, a beautiful shaman literally came into my life. I started to work with her for 1.5 years, and I started to do these sacred DIETA journeys, which Cindy, I know you're so familiar with, and Steve as well. And that is these really deep, profound journeys that we have with a specific plant medicine. It's sort of a commitment we make with the plant spirit within a certain period of time, that we're going to speak with them, work with them, consume them, purify our body through our diet. All these beautiful things happen. And what happens during those DIETA journeys is you can go really deep. You can go really deep because there's an intention, and you're growing in relationship with the spirit, and you're communicating, and you're asking for advice, you're asking for guidance, but you're also in this growing beloved relationship, this like beautiful relationship, as you both know. And so it's been about almost 6 years since I've been connecting so deeply with the spirit of cacao, and about 5.5 years since I've been, experiencing these DIETA journeys. Every time I feel called, I do another DIETA journey. Sometimes it's 2 weeks, sometimes it's over a month. In fact, I'm starting one tomorrow. That's going to be another 16 days. So I have found, since being on these beautiful, deep, profound journeys of learning to be still, learning to speak to these plant spirits that are just waiting for us to call on them, waiting for us to acknowledge them, waiting for us to talk to them, waiting for us to ask for guidance, waiting for us to pour our hearts out and share exactly what's going on in our lives, all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, get vulnerable with them, just like a human. These beautiful plant spirits, these master plant teachers are just like that in the way that that we can build relationships, beloved relationships with them. And so I found over the years that every time I do a new dieta, more and more of like this open channel happens, where I just start to receive. I ask and I start to receive these beautiful messages or thoughts or memories or knowings. I like to call them knowings, where something comes through and I just know that it's the right answer. You don't have to think about it anymore. I don't have to plan for it. And that's happened many times over the years since experiencing these dietas. And about 1.5 years ago, I had the pleasure of being 4 months in the Azores Islands, these beautiful Portuguese islands. If you don't know where the Azores are, oh my God, pull out a map, or even I'll just explain it right now. There's North America, and then there's Europe. 3/4 of the way into the ocean are these 9 tiny, beautiful volcanic islands, which many say are the tips of the fallen mountains of Atlantis. And so they're so beautiful. And I was born on one of those islands, and I've been many, many times to visit family. And every time I go back, I'm like, oh, one day I want to move here. And 1.5 years ago, I spent the longest time ever away from home, which was 4 months, on those islands. I actually was hosting a retreat out there, and I ended up just saying, I don't really need to go back just yet. And I kept extending the trip. And 4 months later, and that's when I said, one day I'm going to move here. One day I'm going to move here. And there I was 1 year later, driving and having this conversation again with the plant spirits. I also have a beautiful connection now with also the mushroom spirits, and just having a conversation with them. And all of a sudden it came to, it's like, oh, you're hosting a retreat there again in November. You're going to book a one-way ticket, and that's it. That's when you're moving there. And even though I had no plans, Cindy, I had no plans whatsoever. I didn't know, like, where am I going to stay? What do you mean I'm moving there? Or how am I going to work there? All these things. It was just like, I didn't even worry about them. It was so interesting because I've had this happen before, where I'd asked about a project that, should I stop, working on this project, and finally got an answer. Yes, done. And before that, so much scarcity around that project. But the moment I had that knowing, that message come through, was no more scarcity. It was just, wow, liberation. Even though I didn't know what I was going to replace the project with, or in this case, where am I going to move there? How am I going to bring Mom and I out there? And, but it was just like, yeah, this is it. I have no idea. I'm just trusting, completely trusting, and in so much faith. And it's just been such a gift since. Everything's just fallen into place. The place we're going to stay, the car, the apartment, the furniture, like all the things. I'm like, oh my God, we actually have to rent a place now. We have to get a phone and do a 2-year plan. What? Like this kind of stuff, you know, it's like, okay, this is real. I'm moving. But it's just been amazing, amazing. And, you know, I was saying earlier to both of you that, you know, the Judy a year and a half ago, was stuck in the, oh my God, how do you even make that happen? How do you move your money there? How does that even happen? There's so many questions that it almost becomes paralyzing. And the moment you take all of that away and just focus on your desire, and of course, having that delicious faith that we are divinely guided, that you just have to focus on what you want and already just be in that energy of already having it. And things just start to flow. And it's just been such a beautiful, beautiful experience. I'm so grateful.
Amazing.
That is
Yeah.
Last October, I got to stop, when I stopped in Toronto on my way home, I got to visit you.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got to spend a few hours together with your mom, which was amazing.
Mama.
And we did some medicine and we had a little ceremony. And I was sitting there in the middle of your apartment with you, looking around at all of your things. And you said to me, I'm going to go, and I'm going to go with one carry-on.
Yes.
And I looked around, and I looked around, and I just kind of looked at you and went, you're going to, like, no. And you did. You ended up scaling everything down.
Wow. You know, and I've always loved sharing, like keeping things, collecting things. You know, I'm one of those people my whole life. But yeah, Cindy, I had said that I was going to do one carry-on. I actually did a little bit more. I did 2 carry-ons, 2 of the roller carry-ons and a backpack. But yeah, that was pretty wild. That was actually, throughout that entire period, I just felt so good. And so, yeah, I'm going to sell everything, even so many things in my altar. Oh, that was the hardest thing, Cindy, was my altar. And I kept some things for sure. Most of one of my carry-ons was that. But there were so many things that I either gifted to others, or, you know, some people wanted to purchase it. It's just so beautiful. So many beautiful things. But that's been an interesting journey. And I never, except for one moment, felt sadness about it. And you know when I felt the sadness? It was actually during a mushroom journey, I was guiding with Katie. The 2 of us were guiding a group of, I think it was 4 or 5 women. And I had this like, oh my God, this apartment, because it was in my apartment, my home. Wow, you're actually leaving. It was this reality moment. It's like you're leaving this home and you're leaving your things. And it was this incredible gratitude that I had for the home, for the things. And I just started to, like, all these tears came down, and it was a little bit of sadness that I experienced at first. And then it was just like so much gratitude for the gift of it being in my life, the house, the things, you know, even the past partnership, you know, all those things. But there was just so much gratitude that came through me. It was so beautiful, beautiful.
Wow.
But I highly recommend scaling down your life, because it's probably going to be even that much more easier for you to exit your current wherever you are and go play somewhere else in the world. You know, I call it play. Let's go play. Because you know what? I can come back one day if I want to. I can, although I am selling my house, but I can get another house or live somewhere else or live with somebody. You know, there's always a way to go back. Yeah. So it really isn't that big a deal. When people think, oh my God, it's really not that big a deal. Go. If you don't enjoy it, come back. Right?
Yeah.
If you think about it like that, you know, it really, if you really think about it, actually nothing is a big deal. If you think about that you're being divinely guided, and B, you can just go back. There's no right or wrong answer. Should I do this now? Is there a bad thing is it good? It's just different journeys we take, different routes, different journeys.
Amazing.
Yeah, but it was so beautiful to see you, Cindy.
It's so
and we
good
had such a beautiful ceremony. I have videos, I have pictures of that. Oh, I just love it.
It was amazing. It was meeting your mom was beautiful. when she allowed me to serve her rapé, it was very connecting for her and I. Your mom, you're an incredible lady, so it's not shocking that you came from an incredible lady.
Thank you.
Right. So, I've thought a lot about your mom since then. I mean, I thought a lot about you, but your mom really, she took a piece of my heart that day.
Oh, so beautiful. Can I tell you quickly about my mom, a little story now that you're saying that? Yes. My mom is part of every ceremony that I host. And she does the sacred drum. She has a beautiful sacred relationship with her drum. And even just her presence, as you're just illustrating right now. I mean, her presence, it's hard to explain, but she just embodies love, like beautiful love. And there have been so many people who have come to the ceremony who have had who have become emotional, even within moments of meeting her, and for sure throughout the ceremony. And mostly because she's this matriarch, she's this mother energy, right? The crone, the mother energy. And so many people can really resonate with that. They either feel like, oh, I didn't really have this beautiful love that I see happening here between you, and they go through this experience, or maybe they miss their mom in some way, or in so many ways. I can't tell you how many beautiful experiences. Mom has just been such a gift to help these people to really feel the love, the unconditional love.
Yeah. She really brought that in, and I can understand that she makes an impact on everybody. I mean, I only met her for a short time, and she's made a large impact on me. When I talk about you, I bring up your mom.
Wow, I love that. She's gonna love hearing that too. That's so beautiful. Well, her name is Judy. My name is Judy, so she's Mama Judy. Everyone refers to her as Mama Judy. Yes. So isn't that interesting? She's basically, yeah.
Wow. Very interesting.
Yes.
I didn't know you were a junior.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. I love
Judy.
it. Little Judy. Steve, how are you? He's watching the podcast.
I am. I'm just watching I'm watching the podcast.
Steve, I want to know when you're coming here too, to the Azores.
At some point, I have lots of ideas, but we have to see what turns into plans. I have ideas. The universe has plans.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Yes. We can share them with the universe, right? And the universe might say, I like that, but you know what? I got something else cooking over here.
Put you over here instead.
It seems to do that with me a little. He goes, no, not yet. You still got to go over here. There's people over here waiting for you.
Oh, nice. Yes. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So when you first got over there, you did, it was quite interesting. I thought it was kind of neat. You went over and immediately hosted a retreat with your first mentor.
Yes, exactly. We hosted a retreat. So the first time I hosted a retreat in the Azores was about 1.5 years ago. And then, yes, in November, Shaman Shonon Soy, also known as Leticia, out of Ontario, she and I came together and decided to co-facilitate a retreat out in the Azores. And we included psilocybin and cacao in that beautiful retreat. In fact, it was a 7-day retreat, 8-day retreat. And we did 2 beautiful day journeys with the psilocybin and the cacao. And it was just, beautiful. Incredible. And the nature, I mean, you can just imagine everything was just absolutely beautiful. Yeah. And now, so the next retreat that I'm looking at hosting, we're just wrapping up the details right now. This will be with Katie from Love Collective, and she's also a mushroom guide. And so we will be doing something quite similar, where we will be including psilocybin as well, and cacao, and of course some deep nature retreats and forest bathing and all those beautiful things. I mean, the nature is just so awe-inspiring, the energy of the islands. So yeah, it's beautiful how we come full circle, right?
What would you say is the biggest difference? I've done day ceremony and evening ceremonies as well. But in your opinion, what would you say is the biggest difference between a day ceremony or a night ceremony?
Well, it depends on which like cacao ceremonies, my psilocybin ceremonies, because I would say for psilocybin, I personally love the ceremonies where I have a certain playlist, a specific playlist that is guiding me also on the journey. And so when I'm with my eyes closed, whether it's day or evening, it's perfect for me, either one. In fact, the journeys that we facilitate, that Katie and I facilitate in Toronto, are usually during the day, and they start at 10, and then we finish around 5 or 6 when some of the medicine starts to wear off, and then we ground ourselves with a beautiful meal, with a soup and some fruit. But it kind of feels like we don't even know whether it's day or night, really, because everyone's on the journey, and usually at home I'll put the blinds down so everyone's kind of in the darker space, keep with your eyes closed through this guided journey. But of course, there are journeys where your eyes are open and you're in nature, and it's a different experience, and that's just as beautiful. So it's beautiful to experience, I think, both, and then some people have different preferences, right? Yeah.
So what do you serve for psilocybin when you serve? Like, what is the dosage when you run these retreats?
Yeah. So it depends. So Katie is the mushroom guide. I'm the cacao. I really mostly focus on cacao and the facilitation of cacao, simply because that's been my beautiful love affair with this plant spirit, and really connecting with her. And only in the last year and a half, almost 2 years actually, have I started to work more closely with mushrooms. So Katie will work with everyone individually based on, have they been on a journey before? There's certain criteria that she'll work with. Some people like to go on a higher dose. They're just more familiar with a higher dose, some on less. 1.5 grams is perfect for, a beginning of a journey. That tends to be a great spot to start most people. And we do it guided in these journeys. And we usually do it somewhere where there is a park where we can kind of walk afterwards as well, if we wanted to. But most people tend to stay in the circle, because what happens is, even though everyone's laying down, their eyes closed, then and then there's a drum, and then, there's sounds happening within each of us. The mirroring of what's happening in the group is so important. Everyone, in terms of the integration after, comes back and says, oh my God, when I heard you cry, or when I heard this happening over here, or this, all of a sudden you guys are having this conversation about this, or this other sound that I heard, it was just so important. I needed to hear that in that moment. So that's really beautiful as well. I really recommend, a guided journey for anyone, especially if you're new and you're like, I'm kind of nervous about this. I'm scared. And there are a lot of people who are really, they've heard about the trips, right? Like oh my God, I had a bad trip, or all these different things. Or maybe they did at some point experience something that wasn't quite pleasant in the past. But as you know, Cindy and Steve, when we are guiding people, and when we're holding space for them, and when we're calling in certain energies, and then closing the ceremony at the end, I mean, these things are part of energetically holding the space for this person. So it really is such a powerful experience for anyone who's, intrigued, and also who's experienced, to be part of this.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like she puts a lot of work in making sure that everybody gets what they would need.
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's a conversation that happens with each person before. There is an intake form, but then there's a conversation. Then there's a call. We do a prep call, so everybody meets each other. Then we arrive early. Then we open the ceremony. Then we have the journey. Then we close the ceremony after eating. We all ground and eat some soup and fruit and beautiful little light meal to ground us, and do the sharing circle. Well, a little bit of a sharing circle after, not too much. We wait for the next morning. Everyone goes home, and then it's more, okay, I've really sat with what was going on. Let's all really integrate and share. And then a week later, another integration call.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And we've had people who said, everyone comes in with an intention. And then there are people who say, after the journey, I didn't really get any, my intention wasn't fulfilled, or, I don't know, I'm just confused. I didn't really feel like it was fulfilled. And we'll talk about how, the ceremony doesn't end, the journey doesn't end when the day of the journey, it continues. So be aware And a week later on the integration call, the woman, in one case who was like, oh, I didn't really get much. I don't really have much that happened today. What had happened to her every day afterwards, which was exactly what she called for, was something around more connection with the family. But she had to be in the environment of the family to have these profound experiences happen. And that's how sometimes the medicines will give us whatever we need, right? And I guess in her case, it was, okay, you want it to happen right now. Maybe you're being a bit, big expectations, a little bit too stubborn. Just be present and let's get you back into the family and get all these experiences to come through and for you to see, wow, look at how one of the biggest ones for her was her intention was she wanted to have more connection with her husband and with her son. And the experiences that she shared afterwards were just, and even her, it was like she had said for the first time in her life, she feels like she's observing herself in a movie. Isn't that great?
That place of observation is life-changing.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's like, you can't even explain what that feels like until you're there, right? And so who doesn't want to be that and experience that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is that the point that it's almost time for our break? Time for us to show some ads, that our sponsors get shown, let you guys see some awesome products on the sponsor list here on paceradio.net. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes. Thanks for joining us.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Camelford Lifestyle Shop, open Monday to Friday from 10 till 7 p.m. or by chance. Check out our flags, our t-shirts, plus our hats, and look of that supply of rolling papers, plus much more. We've got bongs and your favorite herbal vaporizers. Look at all the incense we have, as well as for those who collect knives, check out these knives in our collection. And while you're here, stop in to see Shay at the piercing room, where you can get poked by Shay. Daily deals, check them out. Camelford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Camelford, Ontario. Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420.
Rerolled Saturdays. Check it out. Nothing but non-stop cannabis and psychedelic programming. Find it at 420pace.ca.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Welcome back to the Mushie Moment here on February 25th, 2025 with our awesome guest, Judy Machado from Goddess Temple Cacao.
Hello again.
Hello.
Just wanted to get us on video right there for a moment.
Says it keeps kicking her out.
Oh,
Weird. That's strange.
Huh.
That is weird. Yeah. So you are still. Something started playing on my computer there. I turned off. That was weird. So you were doing your school. You're like educating people and sharing your knowledge. I assume that you're talking about you said earlier you're starting a 16-day dieta tomorrow. Is that the pre-education? You're educating everybody with the dieta, and
Yeah, exactly. So I did make a big change over the last year. When I became so devoted to the spirit of cacao and drinking for the first year and a half, and really connecting deeply with her, and started to receive some messages eventually, because I feel that because I was in such devotion with her, some messages around, okay, now is the time you can start sharing and teaching others from a place of devotion, and also the dieta. And I created a training, which was for anyone who wishes to share cacao with others. And over the years, I found, because when you connect with these plant medicines, they also help you to connect with Pachamama, with other energies, other profound consciousnesses that exist, whether it's, even the beautiful medicines of the directions, the 7 sacred directions. And what I have found is that so many started to call to me. I really feel like Mama Cacao, for example, in some cases is sort of like this gatekeeper, where she's here to help us. We open up our heart, we tell her, what's happening. And then she brings into our awareness other spirit guides, other spirits to support us, who sort of specialize in those things, whether it's forgiveness or whatever it is we need. And so in that journey, all of these other beautiful relationships were being created. And I feel it was really Mama Cacao that was bringing them into my awareness. So for example, Mary Magdalene, the spirit of Mary Magdalene was always something that I was very connected to, her spirit, but it became even stronger. Same with, Goddess Isis, the Egyptian goddess. And so many of these practices, other practices, I started to form a relationship with, a devotional relationship with. And I include those in my ceremonies, and I teach them in my sacred ceremonial training. So the only thing is, people who want to come and learn about cacao, they're learning about cacao and how to be in authentic relationship with cacao, how to experience a dieta first. And there are other people who maybe didn't really want to share cacao, but they want to learn about all the other, rituals and practices. So I decided to sort of create 2 trainings, one that's called the Sacred Ceremonial Training, Facilitator Training, and then one that's for anyone who's really receiving the calling from cacao. And that one, for sure, part of my training, in fact, people say, well, do you certify people? And I usually, usually my answer for that is I don't feel that I can, or anyone can really certify anyone to facilitate a training, or to facilitate the use of, supporting a plant medicine. Who can really certify you is the plant medicine herself. And that's what I teach, is we're going to bring you into relationship with the plant spirit. And the plant spirit in this relationship, this growing relationship, is going to tell you, especially if this is what you ask her for, you say, hey, you know what? I'm really feeling called. I really want to share you with others. You ask her and she will guide you, and you will receive the yes, now is the time from her. I really feel that is the way that we need to live our life as facilitators of these master plant medicines. And so part of that is the dieta. The dieta is an ancient, sacred, ancestral, beautiful journey that was once really only the plants call you to take this. You sort of have this sudden calling to take this journey. And there was a time where mostly it was shamans and really conscious spiritual teachers who were taking these journeys, because when they take you on this journey, they bring to you into your awareness so many profound shifts in perspectives that you have to be in a place of higher awareness or consciousness to respect that information. Because as we know, sometimes you hear something, and for so many of us, you can think about 2 years ago when there was something that you now believe is true in your spiritual journey now, right? Think of something that you believe now is true that maybe 2 years ago you thought, that's insane. I'll give you an example. Years ago, I used to make fun of like people who believed in aliens, right? But when, and again, it's up to everybody to believe in whatever they want to believe, but there's certain things that you, as you evolve and you respect, and the information starts to come to you, you expand, you now start to respect. And you, instead of hearing things that perhaps you dismiss as ridiculous, or, I don't know that, so therefore it must be ridiculous. And that, there's a lot of that happening in the world right now, especially, right? What a lesson that we're learning. But really that's part of also what the medicines are teaching us, is to humble ourselves, that we really do know so little. We know so little. There's so much to grow into. There's so much even in our perspectives. One of the first messages that the spirit of Cacao brought to me in my first year of connecting deeply with her, and it was such a strong message. And I love talking about this because it's so simple, yet it can, for so many people, can think of it as so complicated. But her message was this. It was, when we have a belief, it's okay to have a belief. That we can state our belief. This is my belief about politics, or about this person over there, or about whatever it is. It's okay to have a belief. And the message from the spirit of Cacao was, it's okay to have a belief. It's okay to state your belief and have a belief. But what if you also asked all the spirits of love and above, here's my belief. Acknowledge it. Here's my belief right now. And I'm open, possibly, to one day changing that belief based on new information coming to me from these higher realms of consciousness. So what I love about that is that we're always being open, even though we have these strong beliefs, we're open one day to potentially seeing new perspectives, even though right now we don't have to do that right now, but we're open to one day. And we're inviting these consciousnesses above and above to bring us into a higher awareness. We're acknowledging that and stating that and declaring that. I'm inviting these higher states of awareness. And when those come to me, and should they resonate, then I'm open to possibly changing my belief at that time. And when you think about that, what's happening in the world right now, right? Like we see all these things going on, and we think we know what's going on, but really we don't know what's going on. Things are reshuffling in ways that we can't even imagine. You can't even make it up. Just like it happens in our own individual lives, right? So when we go around saying, oh my God, the end of the world, what's going on over here? How do we really know that? And it's maybe okay that we can say that, but what if we could also say, you know what, I really believe the end of the world is happening because these people are over here, or this thing's happening over here, but you know what, I'm open. I'm open to there being another perspective. I'm open to the universe reshuffling itself, and I'm open to beauty coming from this. Because at the end of the day, it's always that way.
Yeah. Nicely put. Nicely put. I kind of hold, I separate my beliefs from my truths. My truths are the things I've personally experienced, and nobody can change them because my reality is based on them. And then I have beliefs from the information that I've gathered and thought patterns. But all of the beliefs are open for change, always. They're, it's just easier to have life that way.
Thank you for saying that. I feel like we need to take a moment with that and allow that to sink for all of us.
Let me just add to what Steve just said. I have witnessed Steve change his beliefs when presented with new information. Yeah.
Not without a fight, though. Damn it, I'm going down fighting.
Sometimes there's a
I think we all do that. Yeah.
Sometimes there's just a listening and
Yeah. It's nice when somebody can actually get, when you're stuck on a view and somebody can actually get that other little angle in, so you can see from a different angle, and it changes your viewpoint. And then it's like, oh, so that's how that's possible. Oh, I need to open up here because that's possible.
Right.
But sometimes you just can't see the possibilities.
No.
You're off the pathway enough that you're not seeing those possibilities, whereas somebody else is going, they're right there.
Yeah, right. And then we can sit in the suffering. We can sit in the suffering because we're not willing to see anything else. It must be this way, and this is my way, and this is the way, and this is the right way, and everybody else is wrong, and that creates suffering. And that's really, is that really love? Is that really a place of, yeah, it's an interesting.
It's a form of conditional love,
right? That's so true.
You have that. There's conditions, and that's been some of the biggest challenges I've had. Is letting conditions go on things that I used to believe, and it's like, oh no, that's Cindy's been great because we kind of speak the same language, but she has different viewpoints, so she can throw them in on me, and it's like, oh, I didn't see that. But as soon as the doors open a little bit and you can see, it's like, then it can grow, right? You need that little seed of vision to let it grow.
And how beautiful to be able to hold that space for someone else too, right? In that journey, and to also have someone hold that space for us, because we're all going through that, right? We're all going through layers of beliefs and layers of conditions and layers of stories and layers of paradigms, and we're just kind of plucking each one away one at a time, new experiences. Yeah, it really is.
Repairing the bad pattern loops.
Right.
Oh, look, this created a bad loop. We just need to move that out. Just observe it. Observe it. It'll change next time around. Exactly.
Yeah. So good. And that's what I love so much also about the Dieta journey, the plant medicine Dieta journeys, which is, it's when you think about how long our shamans who work with these beloved master plant medicines have been in these journeys. They just keep taking these journeys when they feel called again. Oh, here's another one this year. Because you're also changing your food. You're changing certain foods that you're no longer going to eat or consume, drink during that period of time, because even some of the foods that we eat can create a bit of cloudiness, right? It's when we can purify our body, when we eat clean food. And so that, with an intention, with a certain period of time that we're committing to the plant, I'm going to commit to connecting deeply with you for the next 2-week period, or like what we're doing, starting tomorrow, the next 16-day period. I'm committing to speaking more with you, to connecting with you, to being more silence so I can hear more with you. I'm committing to this facilitator opening the ceremony and then closing the ceremony of this portal, this opening that's happening. So it's really a profound journey. That going on a day journey, a guided day journey, as you both also offer for people to experience, that is beautiful. And then also a Dieta journey. I really love to encourage people to experience this with any plant medicine. It could be with a rose. The rose is a beautiful plant medicine. There are beautiful people out there who facilitate rose ceremonies or rose dietas. So many dietas that you can just what is the medicine that's calling to you, and then experience a dieta with somebody who has been somebody who facilitates from a place of devotion and who has received the facilitation through the plant spirit herself. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I found that the dieta is really, really important, especially for the various medicines. Like, one thing I got to say, if you're going to do things like Aya or Iboga or even mushrooms, some of those longer journeys, the dieta can make a difference between how bad you purge, whether you purge through the puking or the crapping end. Some people purge through sweating or whatever, but
or the yawning.
Yawning that as well.
Yeah. Big one.
Yeah, but I found that you could tend to tell who cheated on the dieta when you were in the Maloka at midnight.
That's hilarious. Who cheated on the dieta? Wow.
Oh
yeah.
All of a sudden, there's the dragon purge happening.
Oh.
It's like, how was that steak you had there, big fella?
What's that caffeine treating you now?
Yeah. You know what's funny? There's a friend of mine who did a journey, an Aya beautiful ceremony journey about a year ago, and he said that there was a moment where the shaman was about to was offering up, I think it was the second cup. So there was that gap of the second cup, and everyone went to get those who wanted got their second cup and sat back down. And then there was, they stopped the ikoro, they stopped everything, and there was just silence again, right? And he said it was very interesting because you're sitting there, your second cup, a little bit, it's worn off a little bit, everything's quiet, and then all of a sudden, somebody started to throw up, then someone else threw up, then someone else threw up, then someone else threw up, and then everyone started to go into effect. And he said it felt like you were in an orchestra. like it was like this happening over here, there, and then and then everybody, it was like everyone had that same thought because everybody suddenly started laughing. And he said it was the funniest thing. Like, instead of being like, oh, this is so gross, I'm listening to this, everyone was just laughing, like, oh my God, here we are doing this. Like, it was so funny. It was a beautiful moment that he shared, and it really felt, I could relate to that in so many ways.
I need to comment on Helen says Steve, who made me go to Krispy Kreme at 9:30 p.m. the other night. The last time I was out, Helen, not the last time, but the time before, God, no, it was a year ago. So it was November 23. November 23? No, it was after that because we took Tony and we did a ceremony with Sacred Mexico, and we went and did Bufo with a friend of ours. And on the way to do Bufo, this person was going to be a little bit late, so we decided to stop at Krispy Kreme and eat Krispy Kreme donuts before we go do Bufo.
Oh my! Oh.
So the man that's never purged on Bufo or 5-MeO purged on Bufo that night.
Oh yeah, not recommended.
No.
Not recommended.
It was crispy gone.
Oh, crispy gone for sure. I want to say a message. I want to send a little message, a little hello to Ellen, beautiful Ellen. Oh, I love you, honey. Oh, look at all those hearts. Oh, she is such a beautiful soul. Thank you to both of you for introducing me to Ellen. I've had the pleasure of being in a dieta with her, and she's actually joining the dieta again on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So beautiful.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've done the big
medicine and stayed.
Yeah.
Sorry?
She came down here to do the plant medicine conference and stayed. It's changing her life. She's hearing a calling.
Yes. Oh, yeah. She's definitely on a beautiful journey. Yeah, and it's beautiful to witness and to see and to be part of. Yeah.
You were talking about roses earlier, and I just wanted to tell you, when we were at the conference in November, there was people there who made rose petal beads.
Oh, what?
So these are purely made from rose petals and water. And Judy, they smell like fresh roses.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rose petal beads. That's the name of her company?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You can find them on Etsy. And there's also information. I'll send you a picture of all this.
Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible.
The rose frequency. That's a medicine that we're only just starting to understand and experience the magnitude of what the rose can do for us.
Yeah. These people have done a lot of work.
It's been new for me. Like I experienced it with the 5-MeO insufflation, and it was like, oh, I really like that rose. So I've actually brought it into my products. I added it into a couple of my creams, my pain cream and my skin cream.
Good.
And, it's what a beautiful calming frequency.
Yes. Yes.
Like I just find that, when things are
Mm.
going, it's like, oh, there you are. Very.
Yeah. And it's what I love about the rose too. There's so much we can say about the rose. And one of the things that's coming to me right now is I love to have roses in my ceremonies, especially when we have cacao, because cacao is the main ingredient to make chocolate. Chocolate is the world's favorite food, right? Chocolate is like the number one gift that people will give to their loved ones. And roses are the number one flower that people will give as a flower, as gifts as well. And so when we combine rose and cacao, these two sacred medicines, and they really are, I mean, the lineage going back so far beyond what we even know, beyond what we can even imagine, how these medicines were used. And what a gift that we get to play with them now. Play with them and grow in relationship with them.
Yeah, with the I'm familiar with a few of the others, but the rose is new, but it's opened me up to checking some others that I hadn't really looked at. Because as a guy, roses are for chicks, right? That's the program. You get it for your
programming,
woman.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I love that you brought that up. So much programming, right?
Like,
for a guy, roses are for girls, not for me.
Girl.
But oh my God. Yeah.
It's a gentleman. His name is Willow that makes these.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So it's a masculine energy that's making these beautiful beads.
Oh, wow. Everyone needs to know about his work.
Yeah. Yeah. He does incredible work. Steve actually pointed him out to me 2 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
He does wood carvings as well, doesn't he, Steve?
Yes, just wow. An incredible mind when it comes to the woodworking, yeah.
Wow. And he's out of BC? No. Is he? Out of BC?
I think he's on the island. Yeah, I think he's on the island.
British Columbia, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So good.
And he's a plant guy as well.
He's a plant?
He's a plant guy as well. He's in with the herbals and the medicines, and
so good.
So many very
we should see him on the podcast at some point.
Yeah.
We should talk about roses.
Oh yes. And then
is Judy.
Yes, and then after everyone learns about roses, we'll come back, he and I, and we'll do the rose and cacao ceremony.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. I think we should bring Judy on as a producer person in the podcast.
Aww. So cute. Well, I think we should announce, without even having, talking about it, the possibility of having Cindy a retreat out here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You work with cacao, which I do some work with as well. But my focus has turned to 5-MeO, DMT, and Bufo. Such beautiful medicine as well. I as well work with psilocybin, and I am I've used cannabis for a long time. I'm getting into learning how to run ceremonies with psilocybin or with cannabis. There's so many things that can open up, and they can all work together and complement each other, and it's so beautiful. And I would love to come over to your part of the world, not just to view your part of the world, but to collaborate with you. We had the ceremony in Toronto, but that was really almost my graduation from your course. And I would love to come and have a collaboration with you to be able to hold space for other individuals that are looking for this kind of healing.
Oh, what an honor. Yes. What an honor. What a pleasure. Yes, 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 and more yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's flying to where?
We're going to Portugal, Steve. Yeah.
That's right. Specifically the Azores Islands. They're little islands in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. That's where you're going to stop into. And for all the guests, anyone listening, they're like, oh, is that where we're going? Okay. Yeah, come with us. Join us.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be beautiful.
So beautiful.
Oh, yeah. My dog is being stubborn.
With a few pictures, so you could pull up a couple of pictures of the beautiful area, so it could entice us even a little bit more.
You're right. So I should send that to you? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, we should have thought he's thinking that we should have put it ahead of time.
Well, we'll just have to do another one then, right?
We'll just have to have you back.
Yes. And we'll just do pictures. I'll be like, okay, and look at this. And oh my God.
You know, here's please come to watch us moment with Judy, and she's just going to play tour guide today.
Exactly. So cute.
Look, Helen's in. She's coming with us.
Perfect. See, there we go. Of course she's coming. Of course.
Of course.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Helen. And your pups, your little babes
is there Krispy Kremes there? Do you have a Krispy Kreme there?
No, you actually have to do a real dieta, Steve.
Yeah, no Krispy Kremes for the dieta.
I'll bring some.
I'll bring some now. But let me tell you, the sweets, everything, the cheese, the bread. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's heavenly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I found when I went down, when I spent the 3 weeks down in Mexico, it was, I mean, of course, everything is completely different in other countries. And the food was just, even the sweets were better than anything we have up here.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I mean, like, I don't like pop, but the Coca-Cola down there made with cane sugar and about 1/10 of the amount of sugar as here was just like, are you serious? Like, this is good. Like, I don't feel like I've got sugar eating the inside of my mouth. Right.
Right.
Yeah. It was, everything seems to be different when you leave, the Americas, so we say, like in the North America, and we headed down south. It was incredibly different.
Oh, so good. And I love when you start, like you said, cane sugar, start using cane sugars, start using these natural sugars. Such a big difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
High fructose corn syrup? What do you mean?
What? You don't use that every day and have that every day? No high fructose corn syrup. No.
Oh, right. Helen's getting ready to go on that dieta with you. And she's like, no, stop talking about it.
Yes, the Krispy Kreme. Yes. No.
Yeah. I remember, Helen. I remember.
Yeah.
It is sadly that time, Steve.
Really?
So we will have to bring you back on, Judy. I would love to bring Willow on and talk about roses. And then see if he's interested in having a collab interview with you. I think that would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? And ask everyone to bring a rose, to have a rose with them. Everyone come live and everyone have a cacao. Yeah.
Oh, that would be so.
Yeah. Oh, thank you to both of you again, and to your beautiful community. Anyone joining in, anyone who's live, anyone who's watching the recording. Wow, you're here, and I'm so grateful. And you're here for a reason. And wow,
well, thank you
love
for sharing
everyone.
the time. That's the best part. Thank you for actually sharing the time with us and inspiring people. It's awesome. You're a huge inspiration.
And if any of you are looking to reach out to Judy and ask her about joining in on one of these dietas or taking one of her classes, you see the name of her company right on her name there, Goddess Temple Cacao. You can find her on the internet. Just do a quick Google search and you will come right to her website, which is beautiful. And you can reach out to her from there.
Steve, thank you. You are such a beautiful person. Cindy, I love you so much. Thank you for everything you do and who you are. Thank you both.
And that's about a wrap. We better hit that go or we're not going to get the ads in.
Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more. We've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420.
We are people advocating cannabis education here at Pace Radio.